Hello and welcome back to our Sanchez TV. I'm Humberto,
And I'm Sammy.
and today we're going to talk to you. Well, tonight we're going to talk to you about patience, time, because I've noticed over the past, I don't know, couple years,
29 years.
year, 2 years since I got my shit together, that shit takes time, and I feel like we're more and more, impatient. And as people, everybody, I've noticed it. I mean, I've noticed a lot with myself when I was starting to work out and stuff like that. And then you work out for like 2 days, and you're like, "Whoa, why am I not?
Looking for the abs.
Why am I not fit? What the fuck? Oh man!" Or you diet and you restrict yourself for 2 days, and then you start on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then like Saturday you like eat everything, and then you freaking drink a bunch of beers, and you're like on Monday, "Oh man, why didn't I ate clean for 2 days. Like, what's going on?" So it's having that patience, doing the work, and being patient to get the results. If you have dirt and you plant some seeds, you have to consistently keep watering and watering and watering and watering, and the grass will grow. And then it keeps watering and watering and watering and watering, and the grass will continue and remain. So it's about doing the work always, every day, all the choices. And if you mess up one day, then the next day you're right back on it. It's not about I messed up one day, whatever. I'm gonna just start again next month because I want to start at the beginning of the month. No, leave that shit. Like, stop making up the excuses, and get to doing the work, because shit takes time, and there's a lot of things that you're not gonna see the results right away. I know in the videos that we were talking about with our marriage and how many problems we had and how we wanted to call it quits and all that stuff. And then we worked on it for a long time, and it wasn't getting any better, but we didn't quit. We just kept going, kept going, kept going. And now we can sit here in the living room, talk a bunch of shit, have a lot of fun, and laugh because we did all that work for so long. Right?
Yeah. And it's something that Gary Vee says all the time, and I love it. He says, we tend to overestimate what we can do in a month and underestimate what we can do in a year. And I think it's very important. Like, we always say, oh, well, I'm going to go on a diet for a month. But nobody says, hey, I'm going to be strict and do something for a year and see where my body goes. We always want to see the results like this. And I think it's part of technology, everything moving so much faster. Cars are faster, phones are faster, computers are faster, everything's faster. But that doesn't mean that
The old
life
fashioned.
and us are any faster. I mean, our body still works a certain way, and life still works a certain way, and a year is still a year, and a month is still a month, and a day is still a day. So even though you can get more things done, and now we have Zoom and we have Venmo, and like things are done instantly, that doesn't mean that us and our bodies work that way. And everything, with relationships, with work, with careers, with new careers, with side hustles, everything takes time, and it takes consistency. And I think that's another one too, where we tend to be like, well, I did it 3 days and I've been doing this for a year, but how actually consistent were you? Can you look back and see where you made mistakes? And as you're working through things, yes, you're gonna have like your month goal, for example, but then look back and say, hey, what could I have done better? And then work on it again. So you have 12 times of getting better to the end of the year, where it's not just that, hey, well, it didn't work. That didn't work for me. That diet doesn't work.
No,
I did everything that I could.
You probably didn't work.
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't work out.
I have people that I've worked with that say, it's because I've tried every diet and I'm looking at what they eat and I'm telling them, you can't eat this way. And then they go back to it the next day. So they're just not fully committed. How committed are you to get something done, and how long are you willing to work for it? When you're fully committed, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You're willing to put in the whole work, no matter how long it takes.
Yeah, things won't change unless you change. It's simple as that. And then I was listening to that Dave Ramsey Audible, the book, and he touches on something there, and I was thinking about it, and it's very true, especially for all you young people out there, you young couples starting off.
Us young people.
We're not.
I'm not
young
old.
anymore, are we? I don't know. A little bit young, but
Yeah, I have wrinkles.
we got a lot of people. Like, you're young and stuff, and then you go off on your own, you get your job, and you start making money. You are able to get credit cards and loans and stuff like that. And then you want to be just like, your parents, and then you want to be just like your older brothers and stuff like that. And you start living at their level, but you're not there yet. You haven't done that work. They've been doing it for years, and you're not at that level. So when you go and you get a car that's just like your older brother or your parents, and you get that car, or it's even better, and then like you can't afford it. You can't be there. You can't reap, what is it? You can't reap the...
What you didn't...
Yeah. Something like that.
Reap what you sow. No, it's okay. We're not good for these things in English.
Puedes cosechar lo que no has sembrado, no has cuidado.
Eso. Yeah, and that's what it is. I think it all goes hand in hand, right? With spending money that you don't have, spending time that you don't have, and trying to do things that you haven't put in the work for. There's so many people, and this is gonna sound maybe wrong. I hope it doesn't, piss you off, but sometimes men will approach me, and it's like, with a different intention. But it's because they see like a wife, a respectful mother, like a good mom, a good wife, and it's like they want that. Like they want the seasoned woman, but they're not willing to put in the work to create that woman. Like I can tell you that the woman that I've become now is because of the work that Humberto and I have put in together. And he's made me as much as a woman, that I am. Like a lot of him has influenced me to become the way that I am. And so many people aren't willing to put in that work. Like they just want to come into a seasoned relationship, or a seasoned wife, or even a seasoned husband, right? And I notice that a lot. This is why a lot of women love married men, because they're not willing to put in the work to build a marriage. And men love married women because they're not willing to put in the work. Like you want to go in and reap the benefits.
You're like, all right, this one's good. This wine's been aged well.
This one's already aged. Let me
put my label on it.
This is what I want. But they haven't put in the work. So even if you are able to break up a marriage and take that seasoned man or woman, it won't work out. It's not gonna work because you haven't put in the work.
You're not there.
You don't know what it takes to maintain that. You don't know what it takes to maintain that farm, esa cosecha, lo que se diga, because you haven't put in the work. So whatever hasn't worked in your previous relationships is the same thing that you're gonna bring to this new one, even with a seasoned husband, even with a seasoned wife, because that shit doesn't fucking work. It's the work that you put in that gets you there, not the beep, beep. Not for children, not the. It's not the taking the season. It's like that lottery effect, or what do they call it? Where you win the lottery, but it's like you didn't put in the work to make that money.
So you're gonna mismanage it, and you'll probably end up losing it, not having it.
Es lo mismo con un marriage, con with a job, with something that you don't put in the work for. Mm-hmm. You can hit that stroke of luck, but you lose it. You're not able to maintain it. And if you're a person that, gets these relationships and they don't work, or you can't maintain them, or you make money and it doesn't stick, or you start a business and it goes well for a little bit and it doesn't stick, there's some work there that you need to do yourself. Something's not working. You can only maintain what you're fit for.
And if you're not doing the work on yourself, like being able to, keep your relationships, your time management organized, your finances, your health, being able to consistently work out, eat well, make better choices, and it's just you're
a really good example that just came up right now when he talked about health. Have you guys ever seen or known of someone that goes and gets a lipo and like looks really good, and then what happens a couple years later? They gain the weight back and they look, what is it? Because they bought that great figure and it's beautiful, and I have nothing against surgeries, but it's the maintenance piece. You never develop the discipline to be able to maintain that body, so it goes away.
Yep. So well, that's all from us on this topic. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking our videos, leaving the comments. Yeah. And then leave any comments if you guys want us to talk about anything else, something different, or if you guys want to reach out to us, ask us a few questions. We're here.
And just remember, shit takes time. Adiós. Hasta la próxima.
Take your time. Be patient.
Adiós.